So we've got breaking news. The breaking news, I'll go ahead and share it with you all. Lynette Preston is suing. She's pretty much trying to silence people. So I cannot get over this. This is an attempt to silence. She is suing everybody. This is just an attack on the First Amendment. This is just crap. This is crap legislation. None of these people have done anything to her. Selling the property, getting away from Jeremy would absolutely be smart. If I were her, I would absolutely do that. She needs to undergo an immediate psych evaluation. I have contacted the Attorney General. I've contacted the governor. I've contacted the Tampa FBI office. I've contacted the DOJ. We need to flood the calls of the Attorney General. So I'm going to get the number here for the Florida Attorney General. We gotta flood their lines, folks. We're going to have to call and say, we have seen these videos. This child is being abused. I was going to do that already today. So the number, if you guys want to call, the number is 1-866-9-NO-SCAM.
So, how has everybody been? We have been on an extended vacation. We've been all over the place. And as you can see, got my F-150 back from Tennessee. That truck's been in Tennessee since down there almost 2 years now. We had left it down there shortly after my mother passed away because my adopted younger brother that lives there, had no way to haul anything for the animals. And so we left it there, left it and the box trailer down. I got a box trailer that's painted the same color as the truck. And we left it down there. And the truck, and then time just flies, and next thing you know, it's almost 2 years later, we're finally bringing it back. And he took good care of it for us. No complaints there. And the reason why I brought it back is because my big truck, my F-350, my Power Stroke, I'm getting ready to just have it completely redone. We're taking I'm going to bring it in here. I'm going to pull the cab off and pull the bed off. And both of those are going to the body shop to be completely redone. And I'm going to completely redo the frame. I'm going to sandblast it and paint it and take all the components loose, replace all the bearings, everything. So the truck is totally restored. It'll be show worthy when I'm done with it. And I will do some videos. I don't know that I'll post them on this channel because of Crack Squad, but I will post them on the other channel. A video series of that taking place. So I just wanted to, I started to do a video out there in the shop today. I don't know what's going on. I think I got a sound card in that computer dying. As you could hear, the audio was really muffled. And there's the exact same equipment out there that's in here. The quality mixer and quality microphone, quality compressor, and it just sounds like shit. So anyway, first thing I got to do here is I got to apologize to Crack Squad, because I said many times that Crack Squad was the most ignorant fan click cult on YouTube. And I got to tell you, there's another fan base that's running a real close second to Crack Squad. Some of them are just as filthy, and some of them are as dumb or dumber. And one of the consistencies that we see, and for some of you guys that don't know, this is another channel that I've watched for a long time. I used to be a fan of this guy, and it's almost like a 2.0 of Upchurch. And I was tonight planning on doing a live and talking about the breakup between the one-upper and Rich Newbuck, and how Rich Newbuck's being wrongfully accused of spoiling all of the one-upper's plans, because it wasn't his loose lips that got him caught lying. It wasn't his loose lips that got him under investigation by a huge loss prevention, lawyers for a loss prevention department for a major university hospital. And I'm gonna tell you, them boys is in some hot water. They don't know it yet, probably, but they are in some seriously fucking deep water. They stepped way out of bounds, and a few of them are going to really pay a price for it. So anyway, and I'll talk about that later. I was going to address that a little bit tonight, because as I said before, my integrity is such that if I even, my worst enemy, if I know they're being wrongfully persecuted for something, I'm going to speak up. And it wasn't Rich Newbuck's loose lips that got you caught there, buddy. It's your mouth and the mole that's been in your group for over a year. So nothing you've done has been in secret. Nothing you've hid has been hidden. And when you're doing videos telling people that a surgery due to complications from something as common as diverticulitis, a medical condition that will affect 70% of the population by age 65. Don't believe me? Look it up now. Which means he himself will suffer from diverticulitis. Only I don't think anybody will be doing live streams saying they read his medical records and he had to have a surgery due to diverticulitis from anal sex. So we'll talk about that later. But tonight, I just wanted to expose another, I'm just going to say a bunch of turds. Okay. And the channel that I'm talking about is What the Hales. It's a guy that's from our area that was buying and selling storage units, and he bought some property in Otter Creek, Florida. And I try to think about myself. I live in a small town. Now, the town I live in ain't near as small as Otter Creek. Otter Creek has a population of 100 people. I want you to wrap your mind around that. Very small town, very rural, population of 100 people. That I would say 70% of them have been there all of their life. And here comes this YouTuber, this Yankee YouTuber from Ohio, buys 70 acres and just thinks he's better than everybody and just starts slandering and harassing the people of this town. And, to the point where, he had the county clerk or the town clerk arrested a lady in her 60s who had never been in trouble before, had her arrested for assault because she put her hand on his shoulder as she was trying to squeeze by him to get out of an office he had her pinned in while he was intimidating her. And, he's running around with his camera, pointing it at everybody. But then, in much the same way, Crack Squad is blind to anything Upchurch does, this guy's fans are just completely blind to what he does. They everything that comes out of his mouth is true, and everybody he says is a piece of shit's obviously a piece of shit. And they do no vetting, they do no fact checking, they do nothing. And then they go after anybody that criticizes him as well as he does. People do a reaction video to his videos, and he tries to get their channel struck. I mean, you know, a typical reaction video falls under fair use on YouTube. It's one of the engines that keeps YouTube afloat. And YouTube is never going to strike a channel that's doing a fair use reaction video. It's just not going to happen, because that is a huge part of their business. I mean, my goodness, the amount of reaction channels out there that sell ads is, you know, I would say it's in the 500,000 or more. And but yet every time someone's done a reaction video to this guy, he tries to have their channel struck, or he sends out some bullshit cease and desist letter. And for some odd reason, this knucklehead has everybody believing, or people are under the impression that he sued all these people and won, and everybody's got to be afraid of him because he's got some money and he'll sue you. And the only thing he's ever done is threaten to sue people, and lost 2 court cases. He's lost 2 court cases, lost them. Now his fans will tell you, you know, no way, but the court transcripts tell a whole different story. He lost, and he lost big. You know, so long story short, he has been harassing one of his neighbors for 2 years. Now, this lady may very well be batshit crazy. She may very well be. I don't know. But she doesn't have a YouTube channel. She doesn't have a huge following. She doesn't have some fan base. She isn't making videos about him daily that hundreds of thousands of people see. She's just some poor lady living with her boyfriend and a child she's raising that she took custody of. And this son of a gun has got thousands and thousands of people hating this woman and honestly believing that she's an unfit parent and has unfit living conditions. And he's encouraged his fans to do nasty shit to these people. And they have done nasty shit to them. And he makes videos about her almost every day, sharing stuff that is really none of his business, sharing stuff that he would not have privy to, but for he owns a piece of land straight across the street from her, and he's got some knucklehead working for him that's got cameras in the trees and microphones in the trees and spies on her all fucking day, so he can make content. He's got all these people believing she's a bad parent, but the only problem is CPS has been there like 4 times and found nothing wrong. So it's all bullshit. It's all exaggerated bullshit. If the stuff he said was true, CPS would have took the child the first day they were there. You know that, and I know that. I mean, they come in there with a scorecard, right? And if you score below a certain amount, the child goes. And especially a child that really isn't your blood child. And they've been there multiple times. I don't even think she's been sanctioned on anything. And so to get you guys up to speed, she read some transcripts about some stuff he was accused of, and apparently she posted some signs saying he did some P stuff. And so he filed a suit against her. And if she did that, good for him, I guess, right? But ever since then, he's made her life his fans' business. In much the same way we've seen Ryan Upchurch slander a grieving family that lost their child in an auto accident, telling his fan base that they were common criminals and that they faked their child's death for GoFundMe money. This piece of shit, it just says just grossly exaggerated crap about this woman daily. And his buddy that's living on the piece of land across the street, spying on her every day, tormenting her every day. Like she'll go outside and he'll turn up. He had some big PA speakers and he just cranked them up as loud as he could crank them. They turned their radio on so he can't record them talking because the piece of shit was recording their private conversations. So every time they go outside, they got to turn the radio on, keep this piece of shit from recording them. That's how bad it's gotten. Like I say, this woman, she don't have any money. She's not wealthy at all. She can't afford to fight this shit, but she took him to court and she left court with a restraining order against him. He was sanctioned. He's not allowed to even be on the road she lives on. He's not even allowed to go down that road. He's been court ordered to stay off of that road, stay away from her, not do anything to her. And he had to give up his pew-pews. So that's a loss, right? When you leave court and you have a restraining order against you and restrictions against you, you've lost. You lost in court. In much the same way, the one-upper lost twice. And so she has a restraining order against this son of a bitch. So instead of him tormenting the piss out of her daily, he pays people and then he puts it on his channel and puts her on blast every day. Well, one such fan, one of his blind loyalists, the Wade Deaver, if you will, of the What the Hell's channel, is this frickin' turd. This turd right here. And this guy, you ain't gonna believe what this guy did. I'm just fucking floored. So he's been tormenting this lady going on 2 years now. And I mean, he's been on her hard for the last 9 months. I mean, she cannot go outside without one of his employees or one of his fans tracking her. She walked her baby in a stroller down the road, and these motherfuckers were out there following her, going real slow behind her and recording her while she's walking with her kid. I mean, it's just, it has dissolved down into one of the most pathetic bullying, harassment campaigns you've ever seen. And it's harassment. I don't care if this lady's batshit crazy. I don't care if she's guilty of everything he accused her of. They're harassing her. There's no question. It's harassment. And this son of a gun got several channels to buy his bullshit. He's a master bullshitter and a master manipulator and a master liar. And you know, like the umbrella guy, the DUI guy, Megan Fox, all just bought Jeremy's bullshit. Jeremy Hales, what the Hales? No, I'm not afraid of you, punk. They bought his bullshit lock, stock, and barrel without doing any vetting at all. And there's been some terrible, grossly exaggerated bullshit spread about this lady. And so some attorneys that were just sort of bystanders saw this and were sickened by it. So they have stepped up to help her. And she filed suit against them today. So good for her. She's suing back. All right. But I want you to listen to this, the hypocrisy that oozes out of this blind loyalist simp in California. This guy lives in California, yet this lady's life in Otter Creek, Florida is suddenly his fucking business. And he's got the right to just say and do whatever he wants to this lady because Jeremy Hales, what the hell's YouTube channel. Said so. Because he said so. Well, it's all good. And this turd that goes by Veterans Nation. I don't know a single veteran that would support you, buddy. Not a single one. Oh, no. You don't even have a right having that word in your mouth. This turd goes live today on his YouTube channel and encourages his fans to all call and report her to CPS. He's never set foot on her proper. He don't know her from Adam. He doesn't know a single thing about this lady. Other than he watches Jeremy Hales and he likes Jeremy Hales. That's all he knows in the whole world. Now, she was given custody of this child because her biological family wanted nothing to do with her. Now, there's some more hard truth that needs to be told. And now here's this turd in California that doesn't even know what day it is, talking about what kind of parent she is. So it's just grotesque. I got to call this stuff out. I have to call this shit out. And while I'm on it, I want to give a great big shout out to Milltown's Best, a new live streamer. I think most of you guys would enjoy. I think Milltown, Super Dave, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to do well. And if you guys want to be entertained on a live stream and kind of get up to speed on some of this stuff, go watch Milltown's Best live. And then Ray Bone Crusher, a guy that's older than me, that's YouTubing about this. And there's another young man that lives in Otter Creek, or lives very close to Otter Creek, like just a mile out of town, who honestly I thought was a grifter in the beginning, but he's proven to be just a kid trying to make it. And this YouTuber with 700,000 subscribers has trash mouthed him, his family, and his father. And so he's living the country life with Thomas Collins, or just do search for Thomas Collins, Otter Creek. You'll find his channel. Maybe giving him a little bit of support, because these are some of the brave people that have called this bullshit out. And 2 Lees in a Pod is another live stream. I think they're actually live right now. Have called out quite a bit, but I do have a bit of cautionary advice for 2 Lees in a Pod. And that is to just be careful that you keep you got to keep your critiques honest. You can't fall into a rut of negativity and just poo-poo on everything because it's Jeremy Hales or someone to do with Jeremy Hales. You have to be honest in your critiques. And I'll give you an example. With the lady that goes by Madam Mayor, she did not quit being a mayor at Otter Creek for any other reason than this new Title 13 shit that got passed in Florida that says if you're going to be a public official and run for any public office at all, you have to do a full financial disclosure. Well, I would have quit too. I would have quit. And that was passed into law shortly after she took office. And that was her reasoning for quitting. And I know that for certain. You can like her or dislike her. That's got nothing to do with reality. And I heard you talking about that on your live stream, and you were just, really putting a negative spin on it. And there was nothing negative about that. It was that is why she quit. And I would have done the same thing. Would you want any of the people that work in the Otter Creek government having your entire financial disclosure? You see how they turn it all over to Jeremy Hales, just like peanut butter. I wouldn't want any of those people having my shit. So I don't blame her for quitting. I wouldn't have done it either. Not for a town with a population of 100 and a check for $100. Ain't worth it. Okay. So that's why she quit. Just be honest in your critiques, because if you're not, you're going to lose credibility. And I don't want to see that. You guys are doing a great job. So anyway, let's listen to this turd. And I do mean turd. And I don't say that lightly. Just absolutely make a fool of himself, swimming hypocrisy so deep, it's over his head.
All right. Check. You guys should have me okay. Wow. Today we've got some breaking news. I'm just getting everything set up. It's very fortunate, very fortunate today that I had. I've been dealing with a torn muscle in my lower back, and I just happened to be home when all this happened. So we've got breaking news.
You can just hear that Central California accent, if you will.
Breaking news. I'll go ahead and share it with you all. Lynette Preston is suing Jeremy Hales, George, Terrence Graves, Larry Foreman, the DUI guy. Terrence Graves is Tat Greaves. He posts on the groups, like the Shady Bunch and the fake What the Hells. So she's pretty much trying to silence people. And I'm going to pull up.
Now, you hear what he just said? Well, she's pretty much trying to silence people. No, she's suing people that slandered her. To thousands of people. That's what she's doing. And if her filing suit against them is an attempt to silence people, then, hey, Super Simp, can you explain to me what it is that Jeremy Hales is doing when every time someone even is slightly critiques him, that he screams lawsuit, cease and desist letter, tries to have their channel struck? What's all that about? You see what I mean? It's like how Crack Squad just completely ignored every nasty thing that son of a gun done to innocent people. Telling his 3 million fans that Zanime was trafficking young people after he fully doxed her. But it's like the same thing over again with these people. I can tell you, I heard things said about Lynette on the Umbrella Guys channel, along with Jeremy Hales, that I find very hard to believe. Very hard to believe. And so I got news for you there, Super Simp. If they said things about her that were untrue, and she can prove that it damaged her reputation, and it did, because people have called CPS on her, people have done all kinds of shit to her because of it, she's got a very valid lawsuit. I hate to tell you.
Some of the stuff right now. Okay, here we go. Share my screen here.
Now, I understand he don't know this lady. He's just a fan of the What the Hales channel. And he's just, all this is, every bit of information he has came from that. He doesn't know anything about this lady. He don't know if a word of it's true or not.
So I cannot get over this. This is an attempt to silence. I see you, Max Lab, Heather. I was on the phone talking with a group of people. Heather was in there when this news came breaking. Let's see. Can I zoom in on this?
Oh, dear God.
Let's see. Control plus.
Hey, Harlow. I don't know. God. I knew you guys would love this dude, man. I mean, if he had just 3 more missing teeth, he would be a Wade Deaver 2.0.
Hold on, I might have to download this. Let me download it because this is crazy. This brings up everything. Like, I'm talking everything that's been happening. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is crazy. So everyone, I know you guys probably all thought it was John getting out of jail because he is out of jail now. But no, that is not the breaking news. She is suing everybody. This is just an attack on the First Amendment.
Right now. Okay. Now he's super simping what the hell's. What the hell's is trying to sue 3 people right now. When this lady sues in return, it's an attack on the First Amendment. But when the fanboys, super celebrity sues people, it's just great. Hey, dude, what do you go by? Stupid Veterans Nation. That's an abomination. I got news for you. Jeremy Hales isn't beyond reproach. Everything he says isn't true. He grossly exaggerates, and everything he does is to monetize for his YouTube channel and to create sensation. He lies to you people on a constant basis. He has staged storage units to make them seem more sensational, and everything he does to Lionette is to just entertain you plebs so he can get some views and get some money from YouTube. And you displaying this level of hypocrisy in such a blind rage over some lady you don't even know proves that what the Hales, Jeremy Hales, has slandered Lynette Preston because you believe everything he has said about her. Now, wait do you see what this piece of shit does?
So, okay. So this is, here we go. It's civil circuit. So it's a civil case. The party is Michelle Preston. She's the plaintiff. Scott Stark, who is her attorney. This lists him as a plaintiff. Not, I think that might be wrong. I think he's representing her in the federal case. But I think, I don't think he's actually suing. I think he's the attorney. And then defendants. So she's suing Larry, the DUI guy. She's suing Terrence Greaves. She's suing George and Jeremy Hales. And here, look who the judge is. Judge Craig Constantine DeThomasis. Grudge judge himself is right now listed as the judge. Now,
so and here's what's funny. Okay, when What the Hell's ended up in court with Lynette over harassing her, this judge sided with Lynette, and he did display some bias, in my opinion. And so, because he displayed bias, he was taken off of that case. He wasn't dethroned. He wasn't derobed. He's still a judge in that district, you simpleton. He was just asked to remove himself from one case because he appeared to have some level of bias. And that doesn't mean he can't hear other cases. Jeremy would have to fight again, fight that all over. And I'm going to tell you something. I hope this cost him another $180,000. That's what I hope. I hope it cost him another $180,000 because he has created every bit of this. He has more than punished Lynette for anything she said about him in some little bitty town that nobody saw or heard. 100 people lived there. If she told everybody in the town something about him that wasn't true, he has more than worn her ass out for it. And for him to completely try to destroy her and have idiots like you making videos, encouraging other people to pile on, it's went too far. It's too much.
This is just
look how upset he is.
This is crap legislation. None of these people have done anything.
Do you know any YouTubers out there? Like you sane people. And I know a lot of the people that watch my channel, you're like normal, sane people, right? You can maintain a job, you can maintain a relationship, you're just like normal people. Is there any YouTubers you watch that you would get this bent out of shape if somebody was suing them? After you watched them be an asshole to that person for 2 years? I knew this day would come. I don't know why you're surprised.
Anything to her. So let's see if.
No, what? Did you hear what he just said? These people never did anything to her. It sounds just like Crack Squad talking about Upchurch. That's exactly what it sounds like. What do you mean he didn't do anything to him? Like when I'm being sued for no reason. Again, I'm just being sued for no reason. Well, no, there is a reason. You said that the Rodney family faked their child's death. You said their child wasn't real. You said that they were just scamming GoFundMe money. You accused another YouTuber, a black man, that worked his butt off to build a YouTube channel and a reputation. You told your 3 million fans that he was a trafficking young people because he had a purple light. That was your reasoning. And then you fully doxed him using his real name and his phone number. So you aren't being sued for no reason. You're being sued for that. What the hell, dude, do you mean they didn't do anything to her? How can that even come out of your mouth? They never did anything to her. I'll bet you if Jeremy Hales was making a video about you every day and doing a live stream about you every day and accusing you of all kinds of things he couldn't prove, I bet those words wouldn't come out of your mouth. You would think he done plenty to you. He is literally trying to wreck this lady's entire life, knowing she's too poor to fight back. And this piece of shit, so he says, then do it. What do you hear? He suggests that the solution is that she sell her property and move. That she sell her property to this guy and just move. Not that Jeremy Hales leave her the hell alone. Stop bothering her. Stop stalking her. Stop harassing her. Stop recording her. Stop having his fans record her. Stop having his fans go by her house yelling explicitives. Stop having people going onto her property and taking pictures of her. Stop having a Tubetown mayor over there record her and videotape her every minute she comes outside. Just stop all that. That's the solution, not her selling her property and moving away. What a stupid thing to say.
We can see she asked for an attorney appointed for indigent status. A complaint for.
And what's that to you? Why do you care?
For injunction and damages. So she's just trying to silence his people, like Terrence Greaves and.
And so what is it? What is it that Jeremy Hales is doing when he sends out a cease and desist letter when someone does a simple reaction video, a fair use reaction video? I mean, the shit he did to Milltown's best, Super Dave, bullshit. He tried to get his channel taken down because he did a simple reaction video that was fair, by the way, very fair. Ray Bone Crusher, he sends him a cease and desist. So what was that? What was that, Super Simp? Was that Jeremy trying to silence people?
Larry Foreman, the DUI guy, they've just done videos about her.
Did you know that Jeremy on his live stream just Sunday said that he would jump on a plane and come to people's house and knock on their door and they would run away crying? Like made threats to people because they disagree with what he's doing. I know it's over your head. I know you're extremely low IQ, dude. I get it. But when you have 700,000 subscribers, you have social media influence over people. when you have influence over people like yourself that are small-minded, there's a responsibility that comes with that. You can't use that as a weapon and just turn it on people that you have a problem with. And that's all he's been doing for a year over there, is use his YouTube channel and his fans as a weapon against a bunch of small town people that didn't deserve it. He has no right continuing to stalk Lynette when he's got a restraining order against him to leave her alone.
Trying to silence them. Now, Florida does have an anti-SLAPP law, meaning you can't do legislation or court cases, any of that stuff, to silence people.
So when What the Hales threatened to sue Guapo because Guapo told the truth, the unbridled, unmitigated, unchallengeable, factual truth, what was he trying to silence Guapo? Was he breaking SLAPP law?
Yeah, Florida. So Heather Marion did put it in the chat. Florida has 2 anti-SLAPP laws. So this is illegal. This is absolutely illegal. She can't do this. Good luck to her. She's not going to get...
Well, listen to him. He thinks it's illegal for her to sue them. They can sue her, and it's not SLAPP law. But if she sues them in return, well, it's SLAPP law and it's illegal. Sounds just like cracksquad.
Yeah, this is... Now, here's what's interesting. These what, 5 people that she's suing? So let's see, we got 4 people that she's suing. They can sue her now. They can turn back around and say this.
And what would the DUI guy have to sue her for? What's she done to him? What could Travis sue her for? What's she done to him? Dude, you've lost your mind, man. You talk about her needing psychiatric help. No, I think you need to go see a psychiatrist and get a little bit of what the hell's deprogramming done. Because they don't have anything to sue her over. She doesn't have a YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers where she's making videos using them as a thumbnail and talking about having their kids taken away from them and what bad parents they are and how filthy they are and all this shit.
This is frivolous. We're going to countersue. It's going to get thrown out. Yeah, it will. But the first thing that these should do is Jeremy should absolutely do a motion and say, Judge DeThomas says, yeah, no, we've already had him removed from one case. He's clearly biased. Notice of...
well, he can do that. You just have to spend the money to do it. I want to move this ahead. I don't want to be on here too long tonight. I'm going to do it live either tomorrow night or the next night. Probably be the next night because I don't know what time we'll get home tomorrow. And we're going to talk about the one-upper and the Rich Newbuck breakup. And I'll bring you guys up to speed where that is all headed for some people that just went a little too far. And now they're in too deep.
Edit the description of this, and I'm going to make sure I tag silence people. Selling the property would be smart. Selling silence people to deny them their First Amendment rights. She's also been on the Marion County Facebook pages looking for a place to live. Selling the property would be smart. Selling the property, getting away from Jeremy would absolutely be smart.
You hear that? Now that's what you call super simp. She should sell her property and move away. It shouldn't be that Jeremy leaves her the fuck alone, stops making videos about her every single fucking day, and paying his buddy to sit over across the street. That guy lives an hour from there. You know damn well he ain't driving over there for free to watch Lynette all day. You know goddamn well he's getting compensated for that. Use your head. And sit over there and watch her all day and take pictures of her and record her. Maybe if he quit doing that, that would be the solution.
If I were her, I would absolutely do that. I thought DeSantis was pulled from being a judge. So I don't know if he was pulled. I haven't watched through all of it. Go in immediate. I've contacted the DOJ. We need to flood the calls of the Attorney General.
So there he is, encouraging his listeners to call the Attorney General and report her for child abuse of a child they have no fucking clue what kind of parent he doesn't have the remotest clue anything with this lady. He's never seen her in person. He's never been anywhere near. She's never even been in the same state she's in. Yet him and his fans are going to call the Attorney General and make CPS reports against this lady because some YouTuber trying to make a bunch of monetized content said so, who has been known to grossly exaggerate. I don't know how many of you guys, and this, I know my normal fan base doesn't, but some of you people from What the Hells, listening to Jeremy talking to that old guy, what was that, Lloyd or something, on the phone and putting words in his mouth. How did you guys sit through that and watch that and not be turned off by that? He did the same thing to that girl. He put words in her mouth while he was talking to her. It was really just odd and disturbing that he was trying to create some narrative that just wasn't there. And he kept trying to put those words in their mouth and get them to say them. If you go back and listen to it, you'll hear it. You'll be like, oh my God.
Honestly. In fact, let me look that up. Because, here, let me move this over here.
I just want to get you guys up to where he literally calls and reports. He puts the number up here for his listeners, tells them all to call, and then he calls and makes a report, a child abuse report on this lady, and he don't know one single thing about her, not one thing. He couldn't tell you what goes on that lady's property. He has no unearthly idea. That is exactly something that Crack Squad would do. And I got to tell you, yeah, here he is, right here.
So I'll just call the child line, the abuse line.
There he goes.
800-962-2873.
Now this is a false child abuse report being made on a live stream while he's encouraging all his fans to do it too. On behalf of Jeremy Hales, What the Hell?
Family, Florida Abuse Hotline. Please select one of the following languages. Press 1 for English. Press 2.
If anybody knows this guy's real name,
Did you know we have an option to report concerns online at
somebody ought to get it to Lynette and Lynette's attorney.
/abuse. To better assist you, we've updated our online reporting form with an option to be notified.
So I'm not going to play the whole, but he goes on to actually report her, making all kind of allegations that he has no clue about. He couldn't possibly know. He couldn't possibly know. He's in California and she's in Florida. And the only thing he knows about this lady is what some other YouTuber said that has been harassing her for over a year and she has a restraining order against him. And here's one of his fans. She has a restraining order against him. And here's one of his fans making a false CPS report on a live stream. while encouraging all the people listening to do it too. And I almost bet you some of them did. So that, folks, it's Crack Squad 2.0, man. I just, like I said, I felt like maybe going live tonight and talking to you guys about our normal topic, you know, bringing you guys up to speed. But I saw this and I just had to call it out, man. That, let me tell you something, buddy. That's shitty. You don't try to tear a family apart over hearsay. Ever. And you make the comment that, oh, these people haven't done anything to her, when in reality, oh yes, they have. The DUI guy's got over what, I think he's got 1 million some subs. He's used her on his thumbnails and said all kind of crap about her. So he did do something to her. Jeremy has absolutely done shit to her. And so have the other two. George followed her down the road while she's walking her child, recording her live streaming. Don't say they never did anything to her. It's been going on for a year. But what I can say that I know for absolute certain there, buddy, she's never done a fucking thing to you. And yet here you are trying to get her child taken away from her. What's wrong with you, dude? That's taking your fanship a little too far. You're over invested. You need to back the fuck up and check yourself. That you're over invested in some YouTuber's bullshit. Created, manufactured drama full of gross exaggerations. So, yeah. Remember that face right there, because I think he needs to be held accountable for that shit. Making false CPS reports on people is bullshit, dude. You don't know if anything Jeremy Hales said about her is even true. You don't even know. What is wrong with you? It says, she could sue for that. There is a name and likeness law in Florida. Let me tell you how lame his supporters are with this. Okay. Otter Creek has a population of 100 people. And she was going to run for city council. And they say because she did that, she's a public figure and they can put her on these channels with 700,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers, record her all day, take pictures of her, use her name, use her likeness, use her thumbnail, tell everybody she's a bad parent, tell everybody she's filthy, tell everybody she's got lies, tell everybody all this crap about her. And she doesn't she don't even make videos. She's just trying to live her life. I don't care. She is batshit crazy. She don't deserve it. It's bullshit. She didn't do anything to you, buddy. That'd be a cold day in hell before I'd do that shit because some YouTuber I like. Good grief, man. Woo. You people. Appreciate you jumping on there. You too, Harlow, great patriot. And like I said, I can't be on here too long. I will be going live tomorrow or the next day, and we'll get caught up on some other stuff. I just wanted to call this out. I agree. I couldn't agree more. She said he reminds her of Gotta Go To Hustlers. There's Honey Badger. Very familiar. You're right, man. You know, Man, yeah, Snaggy, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I can't believe some of them are still in that drama every other day. It was so funny watching, all them make trash talk videos about Adam Calhoun, and Ryan turned right around and said, "Oh no, that wasn't true. He's really my buddy." Unreal. Oh God, man. Unbelievable. So anyway, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll be on a longer one here real soon. I just wanted to call this pleb out, man. He's and I got to laugh. I seen where Ryan's Instagram got taken down, and I got to laugh. Old cousin Billy making his "oh woe is me, I'm going to court" video. Oh my God! I tried to delete 6 people over hurt feelings. Yeah, hey, I appreciate it, Austin. No problem, man. I'll see you soon, dude. He said he's off to bed. Yeah, me too. I'll see you guys real soon. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. And yeah, stay tuned. I'll do some more updates on these guys. I'll do another live here real soon. We're home now. We're going to be home. We're not going anywhere else. So I should be making regular videos. Catch you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.